Christ as the Deputy Minister for the Ministry of Defense.
Pending the issuance of Executive Order 131, the President constituted an ad hoc committee to vet and recruit the Executive Director for the War and Economics Crime Court. The job has been completed, and the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, who chaired that committee, is absent today but has asked Mr. Adama K. Dempster to bring to you the results, including the processes and the outcomes. Mr. Dempster?
Good afternoon, Honorable Minister, members of the press. As member of the ad hoc committee, I present the committee's statement. The Minister of Justice, Attorney General and Chairman, ad hoc committee on the vetting and recruitment of the Executive Director for the Office of War and Economics Crime Court, Councillor N. Oswald-Twert, is pleased to inform the public that the committee completed the vetting and recruitment of the Executive Director for the Office of War and Economics Crime Court and submitted its report to His Excellency Joseph N. Walker Sr. on Sunday, October 20, 2024, upon the President's arrival from Rome, Italy. Based on the recommendation of the committee, Councillor Jalal A. Babu, who secured the highest overall total score during the evaluation process, has been appointed as Executive Director to the Office of War and Economics Crime Court. As published on the website of the Executive Mansion via the press release on Friday, November 1, 2024. The Chairman wants to take this opportunity to provide a brief overview of the process which led to this final outcome, to give the public the facts amidst many false speculations that were filtered into the public during the process. Preliminary meetings and vacancy notice placement. All organizations and agencies named in the President's press statement as members to the Vetting and Recruitment Committee were sent a communication on September 3, 2024 by the chair of the committee, Councillor N. Oswald-Twert, inviting them for a meeting on September 6, 2024 at the Ministry of Justice. As a result of the communication, the committee first meeting was held on September 6, 2024 to review and validate the terms of reference for the Executive Director position and decided a date for publication of the vacancy notice. The TOR was vetted and given the approval to be published in the local days. The following organizations made representation: Mr. George Kingsley, National Civil Society Council of Liberia; Mr. Adama K. Dempster, myself, Civil Society Human Rights and Transitional Justice Actor; Councillor T. Dempster Brown, Chairperson, Independent National Commission on Human Rights; Councillor Sylvester D. Rennie, Liberia National Bar Association President. The Interreligious Council acknowledged receipt of the communication and promised to send a representation, but regrettably it did not happen. A representative from the first meeting, the representation from the first meeting gave room for the publications to be done. The meeting was also graced by His Honor Nathaniel Kwabo, Director General of the Cabinet, and 3 members of the Ministry of Justice Secretariat assigned to coordinate activities of the committee. The African Union, the United Nations, and ECOWAS recused themselves to avoid conflict of interest as donor agencies. Placement of vacancy notice. The Secretariat was instructed to place the vacancy notice up beginning September 9 and end 20 September 2024. The vacancy notice was placed center spread page in 4 newspapers: Daily Observer, Inquirer, Women Voices, and Hot Pepper. The act ran from September 9 to the 20th of September 2024, and it was also uploaded to the Executive Mansion website from the 10th of September to the 20th. The 20th day, as mentioned. On October 2nd, 2022, the second meeting of the committee was held at the Ministry of Justice for the purpose of reviewing and making a preliminary list of the applications submitted by candidates. A total of 10 applicants applied for the position. 5 applicants submitted their application by email, and 5 submitted in person. They were all males, no females applied. A shortlist criteria was developed comprising of 2 components: adherence to eligibility and adherence to academic credentials and verification. The candidates were placed in categories A, B, C, and D as follows. A, 4 shortlisted, 4 complete to application process and academic credentials submission. B, shortlisted B, at least 2 documents from submitted application. Subsequent, yeah. C, partially shortlisted, at least 3 documents not submitted with application. D, did not meet the criteria for preliminary shortlisting. That is, do not. So these are all aspects that the D was actually basically to those who didn't meet the criteria. Based on these categories, candidates were placed on preliminary shortlist as follows. 2 candidates fully shortlisted. 1 candidate subsequently shortlisted. 5 candidates partially shortlisted. And 2 were automatically disqualified. The Secretariat was instructed to send out communications to the subsequently shortlisted and partial shortlisted candidates to submit all documentation that were not submitted with their applications within a 24-hour window. All committees members, with the exception of those who recused themselves, were present. On October 4, 2024, the committee met at the Ministry of Justice for its 3rd meeting to review and vet the academic credentials of all the candidates after those who placed in category B and C. From the preliminary shortlist provided additional information requested by the committee. The following documents were thoroughly assessed and vetted as submitted for each candidate: proof of Liberian nationality, good standing attestation with the Liberia National Bar Association, copy of academic degrees, and institutional verification from their previous academic institution. Supreme Court of Liberia Bar Admittance Certificate, proving knowledge of Liberian criminal and civil procedure laws by practice, professional experience or teaching, and proving record at least 10 years of practice in Liberia as a lawyer. All committee members, with the exception of those who recused themselves, were represented. The committee met on October 8, 2024 at the Ministry of Justice for its fourth meeting and completed the vetting process by officially shortlisting 8 candidates out of the 10 candidates who applied for interview. One of the candidates who was shortlisted still had outstanding documents to submit, but was given consideration until the date of interview to provide them. All of the other 7 shortlisted applicants met the general criteria of the educational, professional training, certification, and 10 years legal practice in Liberia with academic backgrounds in fields such as law, accounting, criminal justice, economic, political science, and other social sciences. All committee members were present. The interview process. The Secretariat sent out the invitation for interview to the 8 shortlisted candidates on Tuesday, October 8, 2024. Setting the time, date, and venue of the interview, and the caveat that all interviews will be conducted in person. The committee, having considered that some candidates could be out of the country and who required travel time, it was determined that those who were assumed to be out of the country will be given a 5-day, that is from October 9, 10, 11, 12 to the 13, 2024 window for travel, and were placed in that category to give them the opportunity and placed on the list for the interview. The interviews were scheduled to run for 4 days: October 10th, October 11, October 12, and October 14, 2024. However, 2 of the candidates wrote the committee via the Secretariat indicating that they were out of the country and asked for dispensation, with one requesting a Zoom interview, stating that the easiest he could be in the country was January 2025, while another candidate requested an extension of the time to October 25th or October 28th, 2024, at which time he would then be in the country. The committee then instructed the Secretariat to inform the candidate who requested his interview by Zoom called that this was not possible because it was made clear that all interviews will be conducted in person when the invitation was presented. On the basis of that, the committee made, in anticipation of the candidate who will need travel, that in-person evaluation was a cogent part of the interview process. Therefore, a telephone Zoom interview would not be possible as would be considered to other candidates who were already in country. Nevertheless, the committee considered an extension by 2 days, same being October 16, 2024, at the same time and the venue, to create an equal opportunity for all candidates or applicants who were shortlisted to participate in the process. The candidate who requested the term extension acknowledged the extension and confirmed his availability for the extension date, while the candidate who requested Zoom meeting by telephone maintained via email that he would not be available to participate until 2025 January. Notwithstanding, the committee still kept him on the short list in case he decided to come. The interview process commenced on Thursday, October 11, 2024. 2024, with 2 candidates from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., constituting 2 sittings per day, ended on Wednesday, October 16, 2024, with 7 candidates interviewed for the post of Executive Director of the Office of Award and Economic Crimes Court. And one did not show up, of course. The interview process lasted for a total of 4 days, 10, 11, 12, 2024, at the Corina Hotel on Tottenham Boulevard. All interviews were conducted in person as part of the evaluation process. Each candidate were required to sign an attendance log showing time and date arrived to the interview, questions, and scoring sheet. The question for interview was developed in 2 phases. Phase 1 comprised of 7 categories, totaling 42 questions, and phase 2 comprised a general evaluation session of 4 questions. The 7 question categories comprising the 42 questions and that rationale are listed below. Category 1, self-introduction. Category 2, behavioral competence. Category 3, functional competence. Category 5, technical competence. Category 6, financial management and budgetary appropriation.